Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, June 16th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts. There's a lot to cover here. You'll see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading lower by just about 6 points. Make that $5.75 at the moment. But nonetheless, another steady decline after yesterday's brutal sell-off. You can see on here on a daily chart, we're nearing the 200 moving average, which is a key level there. So we'll see if we do get down there. Not too far to go now, and generally this moving average will get pierced, not just tagged or kissed. Generally we'll pierce through that if we do get down there. I'm not sure we'll get there today, but it looks like the market is on track to move down towards that level. In any case, the market down can only mean one thing. It means that the dollar is higher. And let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index chart, and you'll see that it is trading higher this morning by about 36 cents. If you look at yesterday's action, and I'll just go to a daily chart, you'll see how big of a move we had in the dollar yesterday. The dollar was up tremendously. That was a tremendous pop, deflating the rest of the markets as the dollar inflates. And today we're getting a little more follow through to the upside. Now the dollar is getting a little stretched here. I'm not sure how much can be left in the cards here. So again, watch your dollar chart intraday. I think it's probably the most important chart out there at the moment. But the upside on the dollar has been tremendous in the past 2 days, really moving over about a point and a half, and that's a big move in the U.S. dollar index. In other words, that's a lot of meat and potatoes there. So dollar up, market down, and that's pretty much what we're seeing at the moment this morning. U.S. dollar index is trading higher again, and sure enough, the markets are coming under pressure as they continue to deflate. Again, that's been really the whole trick of the Federal Reserve. Get the dollar down, and you get the markets higher. But really, in true terms, when your market or your stock market is priced, really what is it worth if your dollar is weaker? So again, it's a wash in my book, but we'll see how this all plays out going forward. Again, futures are down about 6 points at the moment. Now, yesterday oil was hit pretty sharply on the back of the stronger U.S. dollar index. Today, oil is really not doing too much. Yesterday USO closed at 37.58. Today it's trading down just a little bit at 37.32. But again, if you want to have lower energy prices in this world, you just have a stronger dollar. It's very, very, very simple. The whole reason for the move up in gasoline and oil prices was simply because the dollar was so weak. You could even take a look at the UGA, which is the United States Gasoline Fund, was down over 2 points yesterday. And here's where it is now. So again, pretty sharp decline yesterday in the UGA, and that's just on the back of a stronger dollar. So I don't think the president needs to assign his gasoline task force anymore. Just know that if the dollar goes up, gasoline should come down. Okay, let's take a look at gold and silver. Gold held up pretty well yesterday, but it wasn't a great move. It did close the GLD at 149.12. Today you're trading right at that level, 149.13, before the opening bell. Let's take a look at silver, SLV. This is a good barometer for silver. Today it's trading at 34.55 at the moment. Yesterday closed at 34.88. So this is ticking down a little bit there on the back of the stronger dollar. It's still, chopping around. It's not a great pattern. It's not a terrible pattern. It's more of a choppy, sloppy, sluggish sideways pattern. But silver is trading below its major moving averages on the daily chart, and that is worth noting right over here. So it is trading below the 50 moving average, which is that red line right there. All right, let's take a look at some stocks that are in the news today. First off, before we even do that, let's just talk about Europe. Europe is in shambles right now. It seems to be getting worse by the moment. I have no idea when this is going to get fixed up, when they're going to put a Band-Aid on the situation, because I think that's really all they can do. But the Greece crisis is just turning out to be worse, and if Portugal and Ireland jump on board like Greece has done, this is really going to get ugly over there, and should affect our markets pretty much, I think, for the rest of the year and then some. The Asian markets were hit hard last night. Okay, all of the Asian markets. So you could watch weakness in the Asian stocks this morning. If you just go and look at last night's action in the Nikkei, down 1.7%. So the Nikkei. So all the Japanese stocks should come under heavy pressure this morning, whether it's Toyota, the EWJ, anything like that. Let's just take a look at Toyota Motors. You can see here down a little bit, not too bad. Closed at 79.49, right there, pretty much right there now. The EWJ, which is the Japan ETF, that's trading right around $10. But watch for early weakness in this. HMC, which is Honda Motor, you could see trading up a little bit. Honda was showing some good strength yesterday. Today it's holding up fairly well, but watch for weakness after the opening bell in a lot of these Japanese names. You also had the Nikkei down, the Hang Seng down 1.75%, the Shanghai down 1.5%, Australia was down almost 2%, and the Sensex, which is India, down about 0.8%. India did raise their key interest rate by about 25 basis points, but and that index actually held up the best, just down 0.8%. So watch the FXI, early weakness there. There's going to be weakness across the board in the markets anyway, but here you can see the FXI coming down to around 41.70. There will be some short-term support on the FXI right around the 41.50 level, so keep note of that. Now let's go to some key stocks that are trading lower this morning. FNSR is really getting hit this morning. This stock is down sharply. Closed yesterday right around $17.75. Today trading at $14.75. That is a major haircut for the stock. That stock is getting hit sharply. JDS Uniphase. JDSU is the ticker symbol. This stock is trading down a little bit today as well. That stock closed at $16.53 a share. Today trading at $15.75. And then I think you have Carnival Cruise Line. CCL is also down sharply. Closed at $34.80. Stock is trading at $33.92, excuse me, down here. So that is getting hit. So all of these stocks are trading lower. Market should have a weak open. We'll see how it shapes up. Again, there has been no real capitulation type volume on this market, so you have to be careful. Doesn't mean we can't bounce. It is options expiration week. There's a lot of games being played by the institutions, but I think the institutions ran for cover themselves yesterday off of all the bad economic news, whether it was in Greece or all the geopolitical events going on around the world, the high inflation in Asia. The news is terrible right now, but in any case, watch the charts. They'll tell you everything you need to do. Again, nothing goes down in a straight line. Nothing goes up in a straight line. There will be bounces across the board when the market's ready to do that. So again, be very, very cautious at this time, and we'll leave it there. Those of you that are in the chat room, I hope to see you all around 9:30. Have a great trading day, and take care, everybody.